So it sounds like a journey of discovery in very many ways. Lizzie, would you like to share your story?
Yeah, what I'd really like to say is, more than anything, is that we saw Mass before we came here this afternoon, and we just love him dearly, like we all Scattered people do. He's the most beautiful man, and Saha. And I'd just like to share that he couldn't come tonight because nothing has changed for him. He actually even said this afternoon, 10 years, nothing's changed. He doesn't have a visa. He's doing incredibly well, creating a wonderful new life for himself because he's an incredibly strong, courageous young man. But deep down inside, he's incredibly troubled and struggles with life because, as he says, he has no past, he has no future. So he lives each day, and he couldn't be here even though he wanted to be because it brings back too many memories, and he doesn't want to get depressed again. He was incredibly depressed for a while. And so he continues to live in that way. And Saha had to go back to Iran because she too struggled with her mental health. And it was so painful for us to see her struggling so much. And she got help. When she lived in Melbourne, she went into a hospital there in Broadmeadows to help her. And she'd phone us and say, please, can you get me out of here? And we'd say, no, darling, you just be there, you'll be okay. She came out, she had support, but it still wasn't enough. And you can imagine a woman like that in the story. She has no freedom in Iran, and then she comes to Australia with all this freedom she doesn't really know what to do with, but really no freedom at all. And it was very, very hard for her. And so she decided to go back, and we were very concerned about that because of what would happen. And we heard recently this year from her aunt, who lives in Melbourne, and she shared with us that when she went back to Iran, before she could even go into the society back in there again, she was interrogated for 4 hours to prove that she was mentally unstable so she wouldn't be a threat to the country. And then she went into hospital for about 3 months, and her parents are looking after her. And she's on medication for the rest of her life. And what affects me is that she was like our family, and there's so many others like Saha and Mass. There are thousands, hundreds out there here in Australia that's our home, and nothing is changing. And we thought 6, 7 years ago, wow, this is going to be so out of date, this film, we've got to get it out there. And it's not out of date, it's continuing. So thank you for coming to this, and we all know there's something we can do, whatever that is. It's us as people. We're the people that are the leaders in this country and other countries in the world. We're the ones that can make those changes, and we mustn't stop. And we must continue to do this. So I'm getting very passionate. So thank you. Thank you for coming, and please spread the word.